Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to pop the lid on the toolbox for your financial future. We're looking specifically at Canada's registered savings plans. These are basically specialized instruments the government has created to help you build, save, and grow your money with some pretty fantastic tax advantages.
Think about it like this. If you were building a house, you wouldn't just use a hammer for every single job, would you? Of course not. You'd need saws and drills and wrenches. Well, the exact same idea applies to your finances. Whether you're saving for a house or for school or for retirement, there's a specific tool that's designed to do that job way more efficiently than any other. So let's open up this toolkit and see what we've got inside.
All right, here's our plan. We'll start by really digging into this idea of a financial toolkit. Then we'll look at the foundational tools, the ones pretty much everyone should know about. After that, we're moving on to the big one, retirement. We'll also cover those super specialized tools for specific goals, how to actually use your savings down the road, and finally, how to figure out which tool you should pick up first.
Okay, so this is the crucial point. Every major financial goal you can think of has a registered savings plan that gives you a unique tax advantage. It's almost like the government is giving you a little helping hand. And trust me, using the right one can save you thousands, literally thousands in taxes. It lets your money work so much harder for you, helping you hit your goals a whole lot faster.
Let's start with the tools that really form the foundation of any solid financial plan. Think of these as the versatile essentials. They're like the multi-tools you'll probably use first and most often.
And first up is maybe the most flexible tool in the entire kit, the tax-free savings account, or as everyone calls it, the TFSA.
The name really does say it all, but the key phrase here is for any goal. This is so much more than a simple savings account. It's an incredibly powerful investment account for pretty much anything: short-term, medium-term, or even long-term goals. A new car, a down payment, even retirement, you name it.
So here's where the TFSA magic happens. You put in money that you've already paid tax on, but once that money is inside the account, any growth from your investments is completely shielded from tax. And here's the best part. When you take your money out, it is still 100% tax-free. That is a massive advantage.
All right, next up in our foundational set is a newer and much more specialized tool, the First Home Savings Account, or FHSA.
So unlike the TFSA's do-anything approach, the FHSA has one single, powerful purpose: helping you buy your very first home. It is precision-engineered for this one specific job.
The FSHSA is seriously a powerful hybrid. It basically combines the best features of other accounts. So when you put money in, you get a tax deduction, which means you pay less income tax that year, just like an RRSP. Then, just like a TFSA, your investments grow and can be withdrawn for your home purchase completely tax-free. It is truly the best of both worlds, designed from the ground up to help you get into the housing market.
Okay, let's move on to the next compartment in our toolkit. We are now tackling what is, for most of us, the biggest project of all: retirement. And this requires some heavy-duty, long-term machinery.
And the classic, the cornerstone tool for this job is, of course, the Registered Retirement Savings Plan, the good old RRSP.
The whole idea behind the RSP is pay the tax later. You get a tax deduction for your contributions today, which lowers your tax bill right now. Your money then grows in a tax-sheltered environment, hopefully for decades. The trade-off? You'll pay income tax when you withdraw that money in retirement. But the whole strategy is that you'll probably be in a lower tax bracket then, so you'll end up paying less tax overall.
But the RRSP isn't the only retirement tool out there. A lot of Canadians have access to work plans, so it's really worth knowing about these. First, you've got the RPP, or Registered Pension Plan. This is typically managed by your employer, and it's designed to give you a steady pension income. Then there's the PRPP, the Pooled Registered Pension Plan, which is awesome for people who change jobs because it's designed to be portable and move with you. And finally, the SPP, or Specified Pension Plan, which runs with rules that are actually very similar to a personal RRSP.
All right, now let's look at the precision instruments. These tools are built for very specific and very important life goals that don't really fit into the other categories.
Okay, so here we have two incredibly important specialized tools. On one side, the RSP, which is all about saving for a child's education. On the other, the RDSP, for providing long-term security for someone with a disability. Now, they have different tax rules, but what makes both of these plans so amazing is that they get supercharged by government grants. This is literally free money from the government that gets added to your contributions, which just dramatically accelerates your savings for these really crucial goals.
So far, we've been all about putting money into the toolkit. But what happens when the job's done? When it's finally time to enjoy the fruits of your labor? This is that all-important transition from saving to spending.
For all that money you saved in an RSSP, there's a very clear path to turn it into income. After decades of saving, you actually have to convert your RSSP into a Registered Retirement Income Fund, a RIF, by the end of the year you turn 71. From that point on, the RIF is structured to give you a regular income stream by making you withdraw a minimum amount each year, which is then taxed as income.
There's also a newer tool for planning out your income called the Advanced Life Deferred Annuity, or ALD. You can think of it as a way to use a chunk of your registered funds to buy yourself a guaranteed income stream for later in life.
The big rule with an ALDA is that it's for your advanced years. You use a lump sum from your savings to buy what's called an annuity, which is basically a contract that guarantees you a regular paycheck for life. The payments are deferred until you need them, but they have to start before you turn 85. It's a tool designed specifically to fight the risk of outliving your money.
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground and, let's be honest, a lot of acronyms. So when you're faced with this full toolkit, how do you even decide what's next? What's the very first tool you should be picking up?
And that right there, that really is the main takeaway. Canada offers this incredible array of powerful financial tools. The crucial first step isn't to go and memorize all the acronyms, it's to define your goal. What are you saving for? A house? Retirement? Your kids' education? Once you know the job you need to do, then you can pick the perfect tool.
So, as we wrap this up, I'm just going to leave you with this one question to think about. Looking at your own financial projects on the horizon, which job are you going to tackle first? Because look, understanding these tools is the first step, but choosing that first task, that's the key that really unlocks your financial future. Thanks for joining me.